Is this thing on? Alright. What's going on, guys? Gino checking back in for another video today, and in this video we're going to be doing another Q&A. This is going to be an Instagram Q&A because I posted a picture in which you could have left any question regarding whatever topic you want, and I'll answer them for you as best as I can. Alright, so without further ado, let's get to the questions. Let me get that post up right here. Alright, so there are a ton of questions. So I'll do my very best to answer them all in this one video. If I can't do that, I'll make sure to make it 2 parts, but I'll try as best. Alright, first question, which is a really good question actually. How did you start your business? Now this is actually very simple, but it wasn't for me. Now I made it really hard on myself because I've always wanted to do online coaching and starting my own business as an online coach or online personal trainer. But I made it very hard on myself because I had this idea in my mind that I wanted to finish college or finish school first. Because I thought that it would make my time like really busy and I would get a really busy schedule doing my coaching and my school, my exams and so forth. But my advice to you is start as fast as you can. Because when you just start up a business and work is not going to be, you know, as high or as much as you would think it would be. Now, how I started was I basically made a plan for what I want to give to my future or possible customers. So I selected a monthly training program or an online coaching package, a 8-week, 12-week, 16-week and so forth. And basically think, what do I want to bring onto, you know, the people that want my help or hire me as an online coach. Because when you're starting an online business or a business in general for yourself or for other people, you have to think in what you want to bring out to the people. So in my case, I want to help people get, you know, the results that they want in the most efficient and optimal way, in order that they can still live their normal lifestyle and still get results. So I made certain plans for that, and that's what I want to bring out with my online coaching, is teach you guys how to get results while still living, you know, the lifestyle that you want, not having to give up every single aspect of your normal social life. So I created a website, made my plans, and just start from there. Right, the next question is the best tips for cutting. That's actually a really good question because a lot of people have struggles when cutting. So I guess my best tips would be start tracking your macros, start tracking your calories to know if you're actually eating in a deficit, you know, on its own. A lot of people make the misconception that when they just start eating clean, they will lose fat guaranteed, but that's not the case because like I always say, 5,000 calories of broccoli, cauliflower and chicken is basically the same as 5,000 calories from a hamburger or from pizza. It's energy for your body, so if you're in a net surplus of calories, you will regardlessly still gain weight, even if it's from 100% clean foods, unprocessed and whatever shit you want, or from, you know, junk food. Energy balance, get in a deficit, track your macros, track your calories, and you will guaranteed lose fat. And besides that, eat a lot of vegetables and fruits and a lot of fiber, because that will fill you up more for like things like junk food, for example. You can eat junk food and still get to your results, but it won't fill you up and you will be more hungry and then have a better chance of actually failing on your cut and start binge eating. Besides that, drink a lot of water. Caffeine will help with the hunger suppressing, and I guess those are my best tips for cutting. Will you ever make a cooking with Gino where you cook good food for a post or pre-workout meal, like recipes? Yeah, sure, I can do that. Will you do more full workout plan videos? Yeah, most definitely. In case you guys didn't know already, I changed my workout split like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So I will update you guys on, you know, every single day that I do in my workout split and make a full guide to a push day, a pull day and a leg day and so forth. So yeah, I'll definitely make more full workout plan videos in the future. Alright, I'll try to translate this one because it's actually in Dutch. Could you explain the best supplements you could use for cutting and what kind of foods you eat on those days? Now for the foods that you could eat, I highly suggest you watch one of my cutting full day of eatings, in which I show all the meals that I eat when I'm cutting or when I'm bulking. And for supplements, it's basically all the same whether you're bulking or cutting. I generally recommend a creatine because it will help to keep you strong in the gym and to keep your muscles a bit more full. A whey could help to get your protein in, but it's not necessary. It's just a derivative of milk, so it's not like a magic muscle boosting powder or anything. It's just whey protein, a multivitamin, omega-3 fish oil, depending on where you live. If you live in the Netherlands, which you obviously do, then I recommend supplementing with vitamin D3 because we don't have that much sun. And yeah, that's basically it. You could use a pre-workout supplement or buy the working ingredients loose like I always show in all of my videos. But besides that, every other supplement, in my opinion, doesn't really do anything that's really worth your money. Gino, my man! Alright, this is Anthony, a loyal viewer of the videos. Listen, what's your opinion about men's physique, classic bodybuilding and current bodybuilders slash bodybuilding? I don't really have a certain opinion on all of these classes and divisions in the bodybuilding world. I really like the classic bodybuilding division that just recently came out, simply because it brings out the aesthetic look to bodybuilding, which it always used to be in the days of Arnold and Frank Zane, and you know what I'm talking about. So I guess I like classic bodybuilding the most. But besides that, I really like to watch the IFBB Olympia, men's physique and bodybuilding in general. What supplements should you definitely use and why? Just as I covered, whether you're bulking or cutting, whey protein, creatine, multivitamin, omega-3, and depending on where you live, vitamin D3 if you don't have a lot of sun, and perhaps a pre-workout supplement. What are the best exercises to build that upper chest? Now, to build an upper chest is actually very simple. Pick a bench that's around 45 degrees and then start doing your presses. Pick a barbell incline press or a dumbbell incline press and make sure you make progress on that exercise. Do it for about 2 to 3 sessions per week. Really take on that frequency. 3 to 4 sets of, depending on what exercise you do, 5 to 15 reps for example, and start making progress on those exercises and give it some time. Your upper chest will definitely grow. What are the pros and cons of doing a 10K refeed? Why do people do it and when is the best time to do it? Now, a 10K refeed is something I really do not recommend at all. The 10K calorie challenge is something that YouTubers do to entertain their viewers. Like if you watched my 10K for example, I purely did it for the entertainment purposes. Like it doesn't really have any positive effect or benefit to your body, whether you're cutting or bulking. It's actually pretty unhealthy actually in my opinion. So I don't really recommend you to do it, but if you would like to do it, then just do it purely for the fun and maybe for entertainment if you have a YouTube channel, because they really attract a lot of views. But for the rest, you shouldn't do it, man. It's pure torture for your body. Like I remember when I did the 10K challenge, man, at the end of the day I felt like pure crap. Like honestly, I couldn't fit in any more food in my body, but I had to do it for the YouTubes obviously. Alright, what is your biggest nightmare? I guess my biggest nightmare is losing all my gains and not being able to go to the gym anymore. Who are your favorite bodybuilders? That depends on what kind of division you're looking at. If you're looking at the YouTube bodybuilding game, then I guess Matt Ogus and Jeff Nippert, because they have taught me a lot about the fitness lifestyle and what you have to do for gains and so forth. And if you're looking at like the popular Olympia division, then I think Kevin Levrone, purely because of his personality and his work ethic. Whenever I watch a video of him training in like the 90s and right now at 50 years of age or something, that's really motivating for me. So yeah, Jeff Nippert and Matt Ogus, and then in the normal division or in the Olympia division, I would say Kevin Levrone. When are there more food challenges coming? I wouldn't say anywhere in the near future. Unless I would do like a collab with someone. I did the 10K challenge and in my opinion that's pretty much enough. Now food challenges, they attract a lot of subscribers, I can tell you that, there's no way around that. But I've noticed on a lot of channels that the people who do the food challenges attract a lot of people that might subscribe to the channel, but they don't watch the other videos. They will always wait for the food challenges to come. And since I don't really preach having cheat days, for example, or cheat meals, rather than just living a lifestyle that will allow you to eat whatever you want, as long as it fits into your calorie goal, or just simply doing it in a way that it won't hurt you mentally and physically. Since I strongly believe that you can plan going out to eat, for example, into your daily diet, that it won't like mess up your entire cut or bulk for the week. So I can't put any date onto it, but they might come soon, they might not. Since I'd rather put out a lot more informative content and gym vlogs where I actually help you guys with the training and the nutrition and so forth, rather than to just, you know, eat 200 chicken nuggets, for example, and attract a lot of subscribers that don't actually come for the informative content. But that's just, you know, my 2 cents. Right, and then I got a lot more questions on a recent post. Now, how often should you be training arms to get them bigger, and what exercises do you recommend? Now, this is a question that I get a lot, so stay tuned for my full guide to bigger arms video. But for how often you should be training arms, I generally recommend 2 to 3 times a week. Maybe 3 or 4 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions on your arm exercises. And what exercises do you recommend? I generally recommend a supinated curl for your biceps, or supinating. Supinating meaning twisting your palms in, and supinated meaning keeping your palms towards the ceiling. And then a hammer curl, obviously, for the brachialis action. And for triceps, pick an overhead extension movement so that you can target the outer head of the tricep or the long head, and the down movement for the lateral head of the tricep. 3 to 4 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions for all of those 4 exercises, 2 to 3 times a week, and you'll get bigger arms, definitely. This is a good question from my boy Steven, also a loyal viewer to the channel. What is your vision on bodybuilding and powerlifting? Can you combine them both and still get the most out of both of them, or do you need to sacrifice some parts when you want to lean more to one of the 2 sides of the sport? I train powerlifting style for the big 3, and the rest of the exercise is bodybuilding style. Now, there are actually 3 ways to look at this. You have hypertrophy training, powerlifting, and power building. Now, hypertrophy is simply doing every exercise in the 10 to 15 rep range, which will promote hypertrophy more. Powerlifting is generally in the 1 rep range or up to 5, I believe, which will purely focus on strength training. And then power building is what you basically described that you do, is focusing a bit more on powerlifting on the compound movements in the 3 to 5 rep range, or maybe up to 7. And then for the rest of the exercises, for the accessory work, you focus a lot more on staying in the 8 to 15 rep range, which will promote hypertrophy more. So you're basically having the best of both worlds when it comes to powerlifting and hypertrophy training. Now, I really think you can combine these really well, in my opinion. The thing is though, with power building training, you should really focus on keeping the volume up to par with your recovery. You might have the chance to get overexcited and really kill it on the powerlifting movements, and really kill it on the accessory movements, and that would lead to you having a big chance to mess up with your recovery and having to deload more often than you actually should have. So if you can plan your volume according to how you recover the best from all of those exercises and the volume that you do, it's pretty doable to do them both in the same training. It's actually one of the most effective ways, in my opinion, because you can focus on progressive overload and hypertrophy training, which will lead to the most gains. But the trainings are just generally more taxing than one of the 2 regarding powerlifting and hypertrophy training, but yeah, do them. Right, and then the last question for the Q&A, the best exercises for getting a strong core. Now, in my personal opinion, you need to do some accessory movements for your abs and your lower back. So the best exercise, in my opinion, is the cable crunch on the cable station, simply because you can get a overload stimulation on your core, and you can really make a lot of progress on that movement. And besides that, maybe some weighted planks or general planks, you know, on time. For the rest, do your crunches, do your compound movements, because they can stimulate your core as well, and then make progress on those movements. Right, so I'd really like to thank all of you guys for leaving all of the questions. I will do a Q&A in the near future as well, and maybe even a Q&A with a girlfriend, if that's what you guys want to see. So if you would like to see a Q&A with Romy, then please leave it in the comments down below, because I'm really curious. And with that, I would like to conclude this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to smash that like button, because it really helps out the channel grow. Comment down below, subscribe to the channel for so much more content coming really soon. I'm out, guys, and peace out. See you in the next one.